Good evening, and thank you for joining us on Wyln News. Here's a recap of our top stories from the week. The U.S. Department of Agriculture's Food Safety and Inspection Service has announced a recall on more than 2,800 pounds of raw ground beef processed by Mountain Food Group LLC from Idaho. The packages were distributed in 6 states, including Pennsylvania. The item you see on your screen is being recalled for reports of E. coli. The 9010 ground beef was produced on December 16th and is stamped with a use-by or freeze-by date. The establishment number, EST 2083, is also labeled on the side of the packaging. According to officials, the concerns of E. coli was reported during a routine testing, and no confirmed illnesses have been reported. If you or anyone may have this product, the FSIS is asking to either dispose of this item or return it to the place of purchase. People are aware of the term, crime never sleeps. Unfortunately, that term has proven true as Wilkes-Barre authorities had a lot of work to do recently. It must have been a long holiday shift for both the Wilkes-Barre City and Township Police Departments, as there have been multiple arrests and cases were opened. First, on Tuesday, December 23rd, the Wilkes-Barre Township Police Department has arrested 39-year-old John David Lockman on charges of retail theft and trespassing. According to a report by Walmart Loss Prevention, Lockman was occupying the Walmart following being trespassed for shoplifting. Then, as police showed up, he was caught committing more theft. After being taken into custody, Lockman was found to have at least 5 retail theft bench warrants, and his current charges are pending. The Wilkes-Barre Township Police has made multiple arrests towards 37-year-old Kayla Nicole Hewlett on charges of retail theft and drug possession. On Saturday, December 27th, Hewlett was reported to have stolen merchandise from Walmart. 2 more arrests were made regarding vehicle code violations, as she was caught possessing suspected narcotics and drug paraphernalia. Hewlett's charges are also currently pending. The Wilkes-Barre Township Police has arrested 42-year-old Angela Maria Lamas on Saturday, December 27th at around 12:10 a.m. on charges of having false identification and theft. Lamas' arrest came about following her presenting law enforcement with a stolen driver's license, all after having been detained before for cell phone theft. To make matters worse, this would be the second time Lama has used the stolen ID, as she first embellished it to a loss prevention officer after being caught shoplifting. As if Lamas could not make things even worse than that, she fled before authorities arrived. At least 2 women have been forced to deal with Lamas stealing their IDs. Finally, the Wilkes-Barre Township Police made an arrest at the Lowe's in the Arena Hub Plaza. 38-year-old Tyrell Lionel Jones was arrested on charges of illegal parking and fraud. Jones's vehicle was parked in the no parking zone and had a homemade license plate. When police questioned Jones, he refused to cooperate or show identification. Before getting arrested, Jones fled by foot, leading to a pursuit then an intense struggle. The struggle involved Jones getting tased, yet he still resisted. It all ended once several bystanders came to help the police secure Jones in handcuffs. After some investigation by authorities, it was discovered that Jones's vehicle registration had a stop, meaning the insurance was canceled. A records check made a discovery that Jones had an active arrest warrant from the Monroe County Sheriff's Office. A man in Scranton is facing charges after crashing into a car with a woman holding onto his car's door. Scranton police responded to a call on the 1100 block of Roundwoods Place of an unresponsive female, later identified as 18-year-old Rose Hernandez, found laying in a pool of blood. Police say that Hernandez was taken to Geisinger Community Medical Center's trauma unit where she was pronounced dead. Investigators say that Hernandez and her 18-year-old boyfriend Joseph Garcia of South Carolina got into a fight when Garcia got into his car to leave. As he did, Hernandez attempted to get inside the vehicle, where he saw her grab onto the door. As Garcia tried to stop, he hit another car, where then he saw Hernandez lying on the ground. At this time, Garcia is being charged with 2 counts of aggravated assault and is being held at the Lackawanna County Criminal Justice Center. A teenager is missing and police need your help looking for him. The Shenandoah Borough Police Department posted on Facebook that 15-year-old Jeremiah James Morales has been missing since December 10th and has connections in Shenandoah, Hazleton, Pottsville, and Philadelphia. He is about 6 feet tall, weighing approximately 180 pounds, has brown hair and brown eyes. He also has a muscular build. Anyone with information of his location is asked to call the Shenandoah Police Department at 570-462-1008 or the Communications Center at 570-462-1991. They are stressing that any tip, no matter how small, can help. On December 24th, 2 more Wilkes-Barre stores got hit with theft, and the Wilkes-Barre Township Police Department is looking for the community's help to identify all people involved. At 9:54 a.m., a trio was seen walking into Target. The group consisted of 1 woman and 2 men, one wearing a jacket and another wearing a black hat. At around 10:21, they were seen walking past all points of sale with a cart filled with merchandise totaling $1,361.96. At 11:46 a.m., TJ Maxx also saw a theft as a white female concealed 48 cosmetic and health and beauty products. She stuffed a reusable shopping bag with $589.52 worth of items without paying. Police are asking anyone with information to contact PTLM Caskey at caskey@township.wilkes-barre.pa.us or texting 570-760-0215 or calling 570-208-4635 extension 363. All information provided will be kept strictly confidential. An apparent can of worms has been opened regarding the Pennsylvania State Police, as two high-ranking members of the authorities just recently filed a federal lawsuit against some superiors. Shikshini Captain Patrick Doherty and Lieutenant Derek Felsman claimed they were reassigned by superiors after they reported wrongdoing to state police brass. The members made a claim that they were retaliated against after uncovering a fraud scheme by Troop P Wilkes-Barre troopers to infiltrate their pay. The lawsuit stated that top police officials have targeted Doherty and Felsman since a 2022 photo came out with troopers posing with President Donald Trump, who during the time was not in office. The lawsuit states further that Doherty reported the alleged fraudulent payroll to his immediate supervisor, thus was then discouraged from filing a complaint with the State Police Internal Affairs Division, which Doherty ignored and went through with it. Coming up on WYLN News, we check in with PA State Representative Dane Watrow on Watrow's Weekly Update. Plus, WYLN historian Chris Fulmer leads us down the path through history with Shikshini Part 2. And stay right here on WYLN. We'll be right back.
Brought to you by Lehigh Valley Health Network, part of Jefferson Health. With LVHN Same Day, Next Day Cancer Care, you can get a video visit with a clinician within 48 hours following a cancer diagnosis. Learn more at lvhn.org/cancercare.
My name is Andy, and tomorrow's going to be partly cloudy.
We want your child to be our WYLN Weather Kid. Your child can be our feature weather reporter of the day on WYLN News and WYLN social media posts, just by using your smartphone or any video recording device. It's easy. All ages are welcome, from toddlers to teens. To find out how, go to the weather section of WYLNTV.com or look for our post about it on the WYLN News Facebook page. Submit your Weather Kid video today.
Hello, I'm WYLN historian Chris Fulmer. Pennsylvania's communities are filled with interesting history. Come with me as we discover the people, events, industries, and other historic facets of local towns.
Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicapped accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969. Hey, did you know WYLN posts news stories and other bonus content on social media all week long? The Weather Kids, Fresh from the Farm, Everyday Heroes, Let's Talk Sports, Feel Good Friday, daily news stories, and more. Visit WYLNTV.com, Facebook, and YouTube to check it out. WYLN, the local leader on social media. We're your local network. Attention WYLN viewers, WYLN TV can now be seen on the Hazleton Service Electric Cablevision HD tier, channel 507, and over the air at 35.1. WYLN, we're your local network. Do you like craft beer? Do you want to learn the right way to sample wine? How about checking out a restaurant with a unique flavor or a crazy food challenge? These are just some of the things we are featuring on Wine, Hops, and Road Stops. So, spend some time learning about great wine, great beer, and great food on WYLN TV 35.
Hi, welcome to Watro's Weekly Update. I'm the host today again, Preston Endress, and here with me is my good friend Dane Watro. How are you doing today, Dane?
Preston, I'm doing very good. The temperature got a little bit warmer. I'm doing good, and you have a nice new tie on there. I like that.
Thanks. My mom picked this out for me. She knew it would look good here, and it's festive. So
for the Christmas holiday, I like
yes.
that. Yes.
Yeah, but how about just for a bit, we set aside Christmas, and because the Jewish community actually does have their own thing on Hanukkah. And didn't you acknowledge something recently on that?
Yeah, just on Monday, with all the craziness going on that happened to the celebration overseas with the incident that occurred, they're very proud and held their pride in the Jewish community, and I stood with them on City Hall in front there for the lighting of their candles, the menorah there, and just to kick off their celebration of their holiday. So yeah, it was I was very happy to be with them, stand with them, and they're very prideful, as I am in my faith as a Christian, as a Catholic. So we have a right to express our religious belief here, and my Jewish friends did that on Monday, and I was very proud to stand with them, as I will be happy to be in my church on Christmas Day, welcoming the birth of Jesus Christ.
Oh, that's great. Yes, I'm kind of drawn between the whole Christian and Catholic thing. That's just me personally, and I'm not Jewish, but and I only have one Jewish friend out there, and he's. I don't know if he's watching this right now, but I do hope that Hanukkah goes well for everyone and all the Jewish viewers. It's all good,
yes.
And I'm glad for that. Is there anything else exciting that happened recently?
Oh, it's funny. When I walked in here, you caught me off guard and said you were made aware of the great things, an announcement that just happened. And I was just notified about 15 minutes prior to walking in here in the studio to be with you on this afternoon was the big grant release we had in our district. Very proud of that. So many great things are going to be funded. I said earlier in the year, I know you always ask me questions of what's going on in down in Harrisburg and the local community, and one of the things that I'm very proud of is bringing money back here to the district, and we brought back probably a little bit over $1 million.
Man, wow!
Super excited about that. Very excited. Hazel Township got some awards there. East Union in Schuylkill County got an award for a building. They want to erect a building there for their maintenance department. So many good things happening. I'm super excited. My neighbors over there in Klein Township in Schuylkill County also got an award for a police cruiser. Equipment is very important, and I say that over and over again. I understand, I get it. I was a borough mayor for many years, and I understand the struggles that our different departments face, whether it's the road maintenance crew or police departments. Boroughs, townships are financially strapped. They can't afford it without raising taxes. So that's where the state could come in and give those little nudges to them, say to get a police cruiser, get a vehicle for plowing, build a building. So we're able to deliver on that. I got to give a shout out to my staff, both in Harrisburg, in my caucus, and at home here in the district, because without them, I wouldn't be able to be so successful. So I'm very thankful for everything everybody does. Super thankful for what you do in WYLN, for allowing me this opportunity. Preston, I know I say it a lot, but you have no idea how thankful I am.
Well,
for what
you're slowly building up to the idea. Like, I think I get the idea.
I know,
but I
keep
appreciate
on,
that.
Keep on saying
I
it
appreciate your appreciation. Always I do.
Yeah, I want to tell you a story. Just last week, I had a lunch break and I was doing some Christmas shopping up here in our Laurel Mall.
Okay.
And I was stopped by an older gentleman, and he said, "Are you Dane Watchero?" I said, "I am Dane Watchero." And he says, "My gosh," he says, "I watch you every Friday on WYLN." He says, "I enjoy those shows." So that goes to show you how many people actually watch this. I hear it all the time, not just that one time up at the Laurel Mall, but I constantly hear it. And I told that gentleman that I'm just thankful that I have the opportunity to get out there and express the good work that we're doing. So once again, super thankful, appreciative. Got to bring money back to the district. Got to stand with our Jewish friends there on their first celebration on Monday afternoon by City Hall, as well as I'm excited for my Merry Christmas holiday season that's fast approaching.
Yeah, and it's really close as of this, when this is coming out, just less than a week away.
I know.
It's insane how fast 2025 has gone. I mean, like I said before, 2015 didn't come fast enough for me, but gee, where do we go? When are we?
I know. So yeah, we're less than a week away, I guess, right now.
Yeah.
And my shopping's done. I'm ready.
Good for you on that.
Got to do some more grocery shopping because we host Christmas dinner, so I'm excited about that. So I wish you, your family, WYLN, and all the viewers a very Merry Christmas, as I'm excited to get to church and I just enjoy it with my family.
Wow. To you and everyone else, I hope you all have such a happy Merry Christmas, happy Hanukkah, happy Kwanzaa, just all around happy holidays to everyone. Merry Christmas Day.
Christmas.
All right. Have a good day. Night.
Welcome back to Feel Good Friday. I'm joined here with Dr. John. Dr. John, how's it going?
Good, Ryan. Again, I love being at work every day.
Yep. And today we're going to talk about car insurance.
You know, as a chiropractor, I have a lot of people in car accidents, Ryan. So when they come here, people think you see these ads on TV. Let's pick the cheapest car insurance. And then when they're in a car accident and they find out, well, no, they don't have a rental car that they could get on their insurance. They don't get paid for the time off of work. They can't get paid for their pain and suffering, which is called full tort versus, partial tort. My opinion is, if you're in a car accident, you're going to need good car insurance. Sit down with your agent and don't say to them, give me the cheapest possible you can give me. Give me something, because again, you're going to have 6 car accidents throughout your lifetime. Get car insurance that's going to give you proper coverage, just like health insurance. You have to have proper coverage so you can get x-rays and MRIs and see multiple doctors. $5,000 is the minimum. Get more than that so you have enough coverage to get back your proper health.
That's a very important advice from Dr. John here, and I'd like to thank him for joining us on this edition of Feel Good Friday. We'll see you next time.
Hey, it's Justin from Grand Central, and our trained sleep professionals are here to help you sleep like never before. With an extensive line of Sealy and Stearns & Foster mattresses, we are sure to find you the right mattress at the right price. Free delivery and removal, interest-free financing for up to 60 months, and same or next day delivery on select models.
And don't forget, everyday low prices. Stop in to one of our 2 locations, Route 93 in Nescopec,
Or downtown Hazleton.
and see why Northeast and Central Pennsylvania sleeps better with Grand Central.
WYLN CA 35 children's programming is designed with the specific purpose of serving the educational and informational needs of children in compliance with FCC guidelines. A copy of the children's programming report is on file for public inspection at 139 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg, Pennsylvania 17815 during regular business hours. To view the report online, visit fcc.org.
Something is out there What it is, no one knows. However, since its first sighting, there have been numerous reports of strange lights in the night sky. Some say they are extraterrestrials, flying saucers. But to all of those seemingly unrelated uncertainties, there is one common thread.
Watch Solo Spaceman on WYLN Thursdays at 1:30, Saturdays at 7, and Sundays at 4:30.
My name is Andy, and tomorrow's going to be partly cloudy.
As the 20th century dawned, times were still mostly good in Chickasha, with the mines still pouring black diamonds from the earth and enriching the town. The problem of living alongside a major river, however, is that under the wrong set of circumstances, it can endanger a community. Bad floods would strike Chickasha several times over the years, notably in 1902 and 1936. The worst flooding, though, would come when Hurricane Agnes would strike Pennsylvania, hitting the town with close to 10 inches of rain. More recently, floods in 2006 and 2011 caused more damage in Chickasha. Those who live in the borough have long learned to be wary of the Susquehanna and the destruction it could cause. If at times though the Susquehanna could be a danger to Chickasha, it could also provide residents recreation. In the early years of the 20th century, Bella's Island in the middle of the river near the borough was home to a dance hall, concession stand, and picnic ground. A public motorboat was available for those who wished to visit these attractions who did not have a boat of their own. Nearby Bald Eagle Island was the secret home of several whiskey stills owned by locals wishing to make the beverage out of the eyes of the authorities. Both islands were also open to farming at the time. Cantaloupes and watermelons were among the crops raised in the middle of the Susquehanna, and at times pigs and goats roamed on them as well. Getting over to them, even with a public boat service, could be a challenge, however, particularly in winter and early spring, when ice chunks and floes jammed the river. This scenario faced local Ollie Reiner at one time when he braved icebergs to rescue his mother and sister, who had gone over to the island to move the livestock they'd been raising there to higher ground. And attempts to navigate the river could turn deadly, as happened on March 16, 1923, when Peter Sudall and John Seraphin attempted to reach their own farm animals on Bald Eagle Island. Despite making their journey in a watercraft that was tethered by a cable to the Chickasha shoreline, the current broke the cable, capsizing the boat and drowning both men. Farming on the island was discontinued after the tragedy. Around this time, World War I would break out in Europe. As in other towns across America, Chickasha sons would answer the call to arms for their country. And some, including Jesse Thomas and Peter Hoppus, would ultimately pay the ultimate price in the conflict. After these troops that had survived to return home, they and the rest of the town found they would be honored by the Navy with the construction of the steamship cargo carrier USS Chickasha. The genesis for the gesture lay with then First Lady Edith Bowling Wilson. Woodrow Wilson's second wife happened to be a direct descendant of Pocahontas on her father's side. Mrs. Wilson thus decided that one way she could paint with all the colors of the wind in her position in government would be to honor the country's Native American heritage in naval vessels. Learning that Chickasha's name had native origins, she decided that would be a good title to use. The ship would be built in 1919 at Philadelphia's Hog Island shipyard. On August 5, 1919, it was complete and ready for its christening. The honor of doing so would be given to Chickasha resident Natalie Beach Crary, a descendant of Nathan Beach, who was chosen by Chickasha's Chamber of Commerce for this purpose. Mrs. Crary had brought a bottle of mountain water to break over the new boat's bow for the ceremony, but after being informed that maritime superstition held that champagne had to be used for such an occasion, she switched to a bottle of that instead. She also gave the ship's officers a set of silverware as a gift from Chickasha's Chamber of Commerce. The Chickasha would serve with distinction in World War II. Back in Chickasha proper, the Great Depression in the 1930s would bring New Deal projects to the area. One project would be the construction of the F.L. Garrison Memorial School on West Vine Street in 1938. Using a Public Works Administration grant to complete its funding, it was opened in 1939 and was put to immediate use as Chickasha High School. The building would continue in this capacity until 1956, when Chickasha High was merged with 6 other area schools into the Northwest Area School District. The Garrison School was thus repurposed as Garrison Elementary School. It served the borough's younger students until the decision was made to close it in 2009, As the student body at the schools dwindled to under 100 members, Shikshini's elementary students now attend elementary schools in either Huntington Mills or Hunlock Creek nearby. As had been the case in the 1910s, World War II would see many of Shikshini's sons go overseas to fight, and as in the first global conflicts, some would not come back. Roy Andrews, Albert Conrad, Irvin Hargraves, Kenneth Titus, and Herbert Spader were among the men who paid this ultimate price in service to their country in this conflict. They and the rest of Shikshini's veterans who died in the line of duty are immortalized today on a downtown monument. It was at this time, directly after the war, that Americans started looking for a return to normalcy. As the great American pastime, baseball was an obvious conduit for such a route to the normal, and a former Shikshini resident reached the major leagues at this time. Carl Sawatsky had been born in the borough in 1927. As a child, he almost always had a baseball bat in hand and would take part in any sandlot game he had time for. Sawatsky finally broke into the majors at the end of the 1948 season when the Chicago Cubs called him up. He would bounce back and forth between the majors and minors several times over the ensuing years, but eventually play in the big leagues for 11 seasons as a member of 5 different franchises. The high point of Sawatsky's career would come in 1957, when he would be a backup catcher for the world champion Milwaukee Braves. Back home in Shikshini, basketball would become the sport to watch at Northwest Area High School. Under the leadership of Coach Eddie Gajewski, the Rangers basketball team would become a powerhouse through the 70s and early 80s. In Coach Gajewski's 34 years at the helm of the program, he would win 20 or more games 24 times and bring home 13 league championships and 14 district titles to Shikshini. He would save his best for last, as his 1982-83 and 1983-84 squads would win back-to-back state championships over Carson City and Cornell, respectively. During this 2-year stretch, the Rangers would lose only 1 game to Milton in the 1983-84 season. Eddie Gajewski died in the summer of 1985 during the middle of his summer basketball league. At the time of his passing, his 744 wins were the most by any basketball coach in Pennsylvania history. He remains in the top 20 in wins today, a tribute to the brilliance his teams once brought to the court in Shikshini.
My name is Andy, and tomorrow's going to be partly cloudy.
It's cold out there. Call S.J. Kowalski for the best products and solutions to help lower your energy costs and keep your family safe and comfortable this winter. Our professional team has unparalleled experience with all the latest innovative types of heating systems. We're a Lennox Premier dealer, installing high-quality equipment, providing the ultimate experience in comfort and climate control while being energy efficient. S.J. Kowalski, heating and cooling the way the earth intended.
Hey everybody, this week on Let's Talk Chiropractic, Dr. John will be here. Let's talk about if you thought you never needed a chiropractor or you're afraid to see a chiropractor. Let's shed some light on maybe why you might have to change your mind.
Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicapped accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969.
Hello, I'm Wyln historian Chris Fulmer. Pennsylvania's communities are filled with interesting history. Come with me as we discover the people, events, industries, and other historic facets of local towns.
You're watching WYLN TV 35.